recording. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Wilson, the national spokesman for the Freedom Union here in Australia. And today is Monday, the 8th of December. My, the days are slipping past. Not much more of 2025 left. But what we do have plenty of is Mr. Paul Pettit. Paul's our great ambassador down in Melbourne, a great activist, and he's joining me tonight. Good evening, Paul. How are you, sir?
Oh, good evening, John. G'day, mate, and g'day to everyone. And what an interesting time to be alive at the moment, John, with all the truth bombs coming out, and it's kind of exciting, but it's just great times.
Lots of exposures going on, Paul. Lots of infiltrators and pissants are exposing themselves, and lots of deep state actors and their toadies are exposing themselves, Paul.
Well, they could only hide for so long. You're right, they're getting exposed, absolutely, and we're helping them, and we're helping do it.
Yes, of course, it's a great feeling. Paul, listen, in tonight's upload, brother, I want to talk about this search and seizure powers that the Victorian pigs, mate, are imposing upon on a district level down in Melbourne, coming on soon. If not, they're already here. What do we know about them, brother?
Well, what we do know, this is an absolute abomination. This is a human rights violation. It is a disgrace. And I've got some notes here, John, if I look down at my little book and that.
Sure, go.
Okay, brother. What we have is, in a recent survey VicPol did, that only 1% of warrantless searches over a 2-year period in the designated areas, that's approximately 10 Ks, 10 square kilometres in Melbourne, that the survey found that illicit items, that's objects and substances, they only found 1% of this to be a problem of all people, and it's just a disgrace. I mean, this is giving them the right to just search anyone, mums and dads, children, just because they don't like the look of you. I mean, they're not going to go up and pick on a big Somalian dude. They go the opposite direction from them. They're going to pick on us. It's definitely, and I tell you what, this new bloke they imported from New Zealand, this Mr. Bush bloke, he's telling us, if you have nothing to hide, then you've got nothing to worry about. What a bloody insult, John. What an insult. Is he mocking us? Or, I mean, I do have something to worry about. I don't want the bloody coppers putting their hands on my grandchildren, my daughter, or anyone else's for that matter, just because they feel like, I mean, even a doctor is limited to how he can touch a patient. And yet these blokes they just drag in from nowhere, want to put their hands down people's pants and stuff. Are you joking? Are they serious?
Well, these are the same filthy pigs, mate, the same filthy cops who betrayed all Victorians, who betrayed them all, who held their necks on the chopping block while Big Pharma came along with their vaxxers and forcibly vaccinated people, okay? And they're saying, trust us. They're saying, question for you, do you trust them, Paul?
No way, mate. Not after what I've seen. I did before Convid. I had an element of trust there. But I tell you what, I don't. And your average mum and dad doesn't either, John. Not anymore. They've blown it. They've blown it. Absolutely.
Look, Paul, my point of view is this, okay? Look, for a long time in this country, we had a social contract with law enforcement, a social contract with the pigs and a social contract with the judges, and a social contract also with the parliamentary or the political class. Okay, they always got away with a certain amount of skullduggery and a certain amount of betrayal. They always have, but they never could let it get out of hand without breaching the social contract. Now, we now have no social contract. The Victorian Police, as indeed all of these state law enforcement agencies and the Australian Federal Police, ripped it up, wiped their ass on our social contract and threw it in our faces. That's what we now have. There is no trust. There is no social contract or understanding with the Victorian Police or any of the rest of them, Paul.
And that's what you get when you lie to the general public. You've breached their trust. No wonder they can't recruit. Who wants to be branded with that? But let's remember that. Remember when they said, 2 weeks to flatten the curve with that now proven fake virus, while these bastards stood over the worst crime in human evolution and get us force injected. I mean, how can we trust them? I mean, this unlawful warrantless search they want to perpetrate on decent Australians, they're saying 6 months. They'll do it for 6 months. Yeah, right. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Yeah, we're going to believe that after 6 months they're not going to stop. They're going to lose control. They want to keep this in forever. How can we trust them when they lie to our faces, John? It's a bloody disgrace, mate. I just mouth.
Paul, look, the police, New South Wales, Queensland, Victorian, they're all the same. They're all the same. They are chronic liars. Chronic liars, okay? You know they're lying because they're moving their lips. That's how bad it is. Now, they're allowed to lie to us. Under the law says that they don't have to tell us the truth. That's the law. That's the law. Go and check the police powers.
Their law.
Also, Paul, their Freemasonic secret society rules say that we can be lied to at any case. And their handlers, of course, Paul, they're Zionist and Freemasonic and Jewish handlers, mate. We're Goyim. We're cattle. We don't matter. They can lie to us at will and have not only no accountability, Paul, but they have no internal checks and balances as well. They are encouraged. So get used to it, folks. You can't trust this two-tier justice system. You can't trust it. They don't answer to us. They don't answer to the law. They answer to their Freemasonic order, secret society, and all of their other secret society collectives. Zionists, Fabians, and I can keep going on, Jesuits and Knights of Malta and so on.
John, it's actually, you're right. It's not so secret now, though, is it? A lot of their secret, their cultist secrets are coming out now. It's you can look it up just about anywhere. And yeah, one of them is they're allowed to lie and they're allowed to own any weapon, including explosives, freehold. They can just do whatever they want. And
the whole of Australia has been disarmed. The whole of Australia has been disarmed. But by law, the ones that can walk around fully armed with whatever they like, if you're a Freemason, okay? If you're a Freemason, then there is an exception for you. Everyone else, we've got to walk around without even a Shanghai to defend ourselves, but not the Freemasons.
Not even a Shanghai, mate. I mean, I got searched in Melbourne not long ago because I had a bloody pocket knife on me, and the copper nearly wet his pants because I had a frigging pocket knife on me. I said, dude, what are you on about? I've been carrying a pocket knife since I was 4 years old. what am I, and you want me to stop now because you guys are so paranoid with all your the public hatred and your bollards everywhere and all your bullshit because you've made your own nest. And why should I not carry around a pocket knife? I've been doing that since I was on the farm. And also, let's talk about. I mean, Simeon Boykov, Aussie Cossack, he exposed all their lies and their unlawful bloody searches, and he exposed them that badly to the point that they wouldn't come near him because he'd say, "Come and search me," Yeah, Simeon did a great job of exposing all their bloody lies, and I've also got a good mate that he's an ex-goat jockey, and he tells me all their secrets and all their bloody secret handshakes and all their crap and what they get up to. He got out of it. He found it. His missus just found it dark and satanic and disgusting, And thank God he had a good missus that got him out of it a while ago. But yeah, he tells me lots of things, John.
Paul, listen. I'm going to try and play a clip here, and when I do, I want you to mute your mic, okay, so we can stop any echoes, brother. But listen, brother. What other experience do we have with stopping and searching and seizing? Okay, and what we do have, it's for about 8 or 10 years now, is New South Wales. Okay, so that's the real life experience, right, of these laws being discharged in New South Wales. Okay, let me try and play a clip, if I may. Mute your mic, please, sir.
Muting now.
In the Grass Music Festival was something Raya Meredith had been looking forward to for months. But her lawyers told the Supreme Court it was there she was subjected to assault, battery and false imprisonment after a sniffer dog lingered near her and she was pulled aside for a strip search by New South Wales Police. Her barrister, Kylie Nomchong, said she was asked to strip, expose all parts of her body, drop her breasts, bend over and expose her anus and vagina. We say these things are akin to things that would happen during a sexual assault. To add further to this degrading and humiliating inspection, a male police officer walked into the cubicle unannounced and observed the plaintiff in this position. No drugs were found in the search, and after more than 2 years trying to get the case dismissed, last month the state of New South Wales admitted it was unlawful. The plaintiff's lawyer told the court while her client had an extraordinary story, it was not an isolated one. She said there were thousands of other people who'd been searched at music festivals during the claims period from 2016 to 2022. Many of them have now joined the class action, but the court heard the admissions the state had made in Miss Meredith's case did not extend to the other claimants. Miss Meredith is seeking more than $100,000 in damages. The state's barrister, Julian Sexton SC, said if just half of that amount was applied to everyone in the class action, the total damages bill would be more than $150 million. Miss Nomchong argued the state had failed to adequately train officers in strip searches, who then carried them out as a matter of routine at music festivals when they were supposed to only be used in extreme circumstances. The trial continues next week.
There you go, Paul. In New South Wales, they have conducted, according to conservative numbers, around about 80,000, over 80,000 strip searches over the last 10 years. That's 8,000 a year minimum. Probably 10 or 12,000 strip searches a year, 1,000 a month. Okay, so that's how many. This one particular girl at a music festival, a teenager, goes into a music festival, gets collared, okay, dragged into some little makeshift tent, right, and told to, take all of her clothes off, to open her legs, to bend over, look at her every nook and cranny. But she was also asked to remove a tampon. She was also a young teenage woman was asked to remove a tampon because she was menstruating at the time. In the middle of all of this, some filthy male cop walks in for a nice big show, okay? Now, there is a lot of reports, parliamentary inquiries about what's going on in New South Wales, Paul. They have strip searched young Aboriginal teenage women in the cells and then fire hosed her. And I think from memory, she suicided. She ended up suiciding. Such was the shame. Such was the shame, okay? In New South Wales, they're trying to get them to pull it all up. They're trying to get them to stop it. But the cops, no way do they want to not only modify it, but they don't want to stop it at all, okay? They've had inquiry. And in fact, one senior police officer way up in the brass ranks, he was one of the driving forces to stop this sort of filthy practice, and he was sacked. They forced him out of office. They got rid of him. Look, Paul, this is a Freemasonic humiliation ritual. This is what this is. To strip us goyim down and to have us do young girls, young kids, right? To have them expose themselves in the way they have and have these pedophile male officers, mate. Pedophiles, they're full of them. We know the New South Wales is full of pedophiles. Have a look at the green room, folks. Have a look and let me show you my town, where Rick Bosey and Rob G exposed the epidemic in pedophilia and drug trafficking and child trafficking in New South Wales. And yet they have these powers. They have these powers allegedly to keep the community safe. Now, out of 80,000 strip searches in New South Wales, Paul, they found nothing. 99 people out of 100, right? They found no weapons, no drugs, no nothing. They're hauling these young kids out, mate, strip searching them as part of a Freemasonic humiliation ritual and to satisfy their pedophile tendencies. That's what we're dealing with, Paul. What do you think?
Mate, you just have to look at social media like Justice Matters, Shane Dowling. I mean, these are respected people, and they're showing everyone that it's real. Police all over Australia are being convicted of child rape and exploiting kiddie porn and bestiality. A lot of them kill themselves. A lot of them with the shame, So it is a real thing, folks. It's not airy fairy bullshit. It's real. And
a few days ago, down on the south coast of New South Wales, down Jervis Bay, Huskisson, down where they got a police station down there. A homeless woman living in a car went into the police station, and we've still got to get more information on this. But she goes back outside the police station and goes back into her car. And she stayed in the car. She had nowhere to go. Apparently, she looked like she was homeless. She was dead inside her car, out right in the police car parking in the police station for 3 days. For 3 days, she was dead before the cops come out and did anything, mate. They are an absolute crime organisation. Criminal. They are a crime syndicate. The Victorian Police, the New South Wales Police, and all the fucking rest of them. They're a criminal syndicate. Once upon a time, we had a social contract. Once upon a time, these police services used to recruit police who had some morals, some dignity, some responsibility. Not anymore. Not anymore. They are recruiting monsters, Paul. Monsters, okay? And these monsters are given powers to go up and have your daughter, your son in their thousands. 1,000 a month, okay, are the numbers. 1,000 a month.
We know the. I feel for the if there are the good coppers in there that are just as disgusted as us. It's time for you guys to stand up and speak out. I know it's risky, and we know there's some good guys in there. Time to stand up, brothers.
Don't trust any of them. Not one single cop in this country, Paul. None of them. Not one cop in this country do I trust, okay? And you know why? Even if they're not involved in the criminality themselves, they're all looking the other way. All of it, Paul. All of it. to the extent that we can't report crimes to them. We can't. If we report crimes to them, we end up becoming a victim of the criminal action itself. Paul, there is a two-tier justice system in this country. None of these other freedom warriors out there, these fucking piss ants, will take it on. None of them will say one word against these cops. They all look the other way. And you've got to ask yourself some questions, Paul. I mean, why? Why is it that Bosie, me, and the Freedom Union, and that some of the other warriors out there, Shane Dowling from Kangaroo Court of Australia, and some of the others, there's a handful.
And Aussie Cossack, let's not forget Aussie Cossack, you know.
Yes.
Let's not forget the Freedom Union was in Sydney for the trial of convicted pedophile rapist Alexander Rosenthal. The Freedom Union was there backing up Simeon, and this bloke was a head pedophile in a Russian Orthodox diocese church and condoning pedophilia, and he got 19 years jail. And Aussie Cossack, he got sentenced to 10 months. I think he did 4 or 5 months, but he got sentenced to 10 months because he stood up and exposed a fucking pedophile network, and he was punished for it. And let's not forget what Simeon sacrificed to get that bastard put away. And the Freedom Union was right there at the courthouse supporting him.
Look, Paul, there's only a handful of us, mate, and I really, really respect, and I'm very, very thankful for those other activists out there, those handful of activists out there. Simeon Boykov, Freedom Union member, is one of them. And there's others out there. There's others out there tackling this two-tier justice system. But the criminality, I mean, they are an organised crime syndicate.
Mate, that lady that they gave her $100,000. She should have got $10 million, and those bastards put in jail for life. They're lucky that we don't have capital punishment, because, I mean, $100,000 for what she went through. We want justice, and we want the joint cleaned out. We want to go back. We want it all cleaned out, start again, and maybe one day we'll get there.
Yeah, look, Paul, look, my opinion is this, mate. We've got to sack and dismantle all of these state police forces. Every fucking single cop needs to be sacked, all of them.
And anyone found to be a part of a secret society, dealt with in the courts. We can't have that bloody blue and white checker pattern. We know that's Freemasonic, and that's everywhere. And interestingly, down here, when they were desperately recruiting during COVID, during that bullshit virus thing that we all know now was fake, I noticed on the big electric billboards you get out the front of shopping centres and all that, well, they were recruiting for the coppers on there, and then it had the Freemason sign underneath, the bloody thing, and then the shit hit the fan a little bit about the Fremont people coming out about the Freemasons, and all of a sudden the Masonic symbol disappeared on their recruiting platforms. It's time for a clean out, John. Yeah.
Oh, is it ever? Is it ever? I mean, these people are satanic, Paul. They're evil. They've got hold of law enforcement. We now have a two-tier justice system where they're jailing innocent people. I mean, you could hear the testimony from Roy G on the green room when he was interviewed with Reg'S. He was saving young children from being trafficked, and yet he was picked up and jailed for nearly 12 months. Nearly 12 months. They jail these judges and these cops. They jail the good people, and they let these criminals roam the streets, Paul.
Rob G, I mean, he stood up. I mean, what a man. He stood up in a particularly, back then it was very, very dangerous. Now we have the benefit of there's too many of us. The cat's out of the bag. So what are they going to do? Target 2 million people? It's over for them. But what a brave man, Roy G. And I did notice one thing that really stuck in my mind about Ricardo's interview with Rob G was the United States gave Rob G, it was either a visa or a passport. The American intelligence people gave Rob G an American passport. That's pretty powerful. I'd love to know what's behind that.
Oh, it's coming to light now, Paul. It's all being exposed and coming to light, okay? And for all the mums and dads out there who think this can't affect you, wait until they get your little teenage girl, teenage boy, drag them off the streets, drag them behind some, piece of tarpaulin and start stripping them down and getting them to engage in all of this, pedophile type of behaviour. You wait until it happens to your child. Wait until it happens. Look, this is a Freemasonic humiliation ritual, okay? Where if they don't like you, in order to strip you of your dignity, in order to really humiliate you, they take you out and strip you. Now, they can do it to your fucking grandmother. It's not just children. It's their grandmother. I'm telling you, folks, it's dangerous. To everyone down in Melbourne, wake up, mate. Wake up. This is not going to stop in this precinct, and it ain't going to stop with a pat down. You watch where this will go. You watch it, folks.
Only a matter of time before they commit a gross violation of human dignity to someone. That's for sure. It always happens. Always. They can't cover it up, that shit up forever. Like the lady that got
We've got more evidence on how they're going to implement this. They've everywhere they've done it. They have engaged in massive, 1,000 a month searches, right? Strip searches, 1,000 a month. Okay, all under the bullshit. And yet, after all of these 10,000, 11, 12,000 strip searches, right? 1% had something on them. Everyone else had nothing. And then when you go and look at who they're singling out for strip searching, mate, it's young teenagers, young boys, all of this sort of shit, right? I'm telling you, mate, they are pedophiles, these people, and they've been given a free license, mate, to conduct themselves in public, in the open, as pedophiles.
Let's see if they target the people that need to be targeted. I bet you they don't.
They won't go near Monica Smith and target her for a strip search. I'll guarantee it, mate. They won't go near her. They won't go near Avi Yemeni for a strip search. No way, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul. Listen, brother. We've given this subject a good airing. We're on 30 minutes. I really appreciate you coming on air to discuss this with me tonight, Paul. keep an eye on this in Melbourne, Paul. Keep an eye, and any evidence, any reports, bring them to our attention, please, brother.
Will do, John. I'll keep an eye out, mate. We just can't have this nonsense.
I know. All right, brother Paul, thank you for your time, mate. It's been great to catch up. Let's do another one soon, okay? There's plenty of material, plenty of disclosures and revelations that are coming out, and we're going to bring them to you, folks. We're going to bring them to you and discuss them and bring them out in the open. Thank you, Paul. It's been great catching up. You say good night, sir.
Thank you very much, John, and good night to all the patriot, the Anzacs out there that are standing up. They're not hiding under the bloody bed anymore, and that's great to see. Keep going, because we've got them on the back foot. Let's finish these bastards. Cheers.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Good night, folks. Thank you. And we'll have another one coming your way very, very soon.